appear before you in circuit court. A lot of the men seem to be troubled, or men that just took the wrong path in life. Can anything be done to mentor those males, and how can we get them back on track?
Well, in the circuit court, we handle the felony sentencings. In fact, I conduct sentencings every Thursday at the felony level in the circuit court, and I'll have anywhere from about 30 young men and women who come before me. And when you talk to them, you find that there are certain characteristics that they all share. For instance, when you ask them about their educational level, they generally are junior high or high school dropouts, so there is a direct correlation between lack of education and finding yourself in front of a circuit judge sometime in the future. Also, many times when you ask them if they're employed, you'll find that they're unemployed, so they generally share that characteristic, or they lack employment skills. Another factor that tends to stick out in my mind when they come in front of me is that many times they don't have fathers in their lives, or male role models.
Yeah.
I'll ask them many times, "Where's your dad?" And either he's dead, he's in prison, he's on drugs, or he may even live next door to him but doesn't spend any time with them.
Yeah.
So there's a complete lack of male modeling, male role models. Also, you'll tend to find that in this population that there's a high incidence of drug abuse. So when you take those factors together, lack of education, lack of employment, no male role models, and also substance abuse issues that come into play, that, in my opinion, explains to a large extent why they appear in court and are facing the possibility of going to prison.
So you really think that it has something to do with the fact that these males just do not have their parents? Judge Hayman, I'm going to ask you to hold that thought. We're in the studio right now for Common Ground with the Honorable Judge Archie Hayman, and make sure you come right back.
I'm Brandon Roy Parsons.
Hi, I'm Annette O'Malley, and I teach history at Beecher High School, and I want to say I love Flint because it's the greatest city in America.
My name is Sharonda Sumner, and I was made in Flint and proud of it.
Hi, my name's Laura, and I work for the city of Flint, and I love Flint. Made in Flint and proud of it.
My name's Shantoria Brown, and I attend Carmen Ainsworth High School. Made in Flint, and I'm proud of it.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Where would I go if the world had no limits? If I could defy all boundaries? If I could ride the wind? Where would it take me? If all roads were open to me, where would I go if I could fly? If I were free to move.
Are you interested in helping your community? Are you concerned about the homeless, literacy, or other community needs? Would you consider mentoring a young person, helping an older adult, or planting a garden? Then you're a perfect candidate to volunteer here. It's a webpage designed to match your time, talent, and interests with a variety of volunteer opportunities right here in your community. Just visit www.volhere.org and enjoy a rewarding time doing what you do best, a service of the Resource Center.
Access television, no commercials, sit and listen. People just like you and me, voices of community, freedom to communicate only on cable. This is great, our nation's First Amendment TV. Cats, kids, history, environmental manatees, beaches, parks, and scenery. Turn us on, you might see me. Controversy, politics, spiritual and skating tricks. Our nation's First Amendment TV.
Hi, and welcome back to Common Ground. For those of you that are just tuning in, I have the privilege to be seated here in the studio with the Honorable Judge Archie Hayman. For those of you, again, that are just tuning in, Judge Hayman is the Chief Judge for both the 7th Circuit Court and 68th District Court, located right here in your community in the city of Flint. Judge Hayman, welcome back to Common Ground. Just to recap for the people that are just now tuning in, just give us, if you could, very briefly, the difference between the circuit court and the district court.
Well, the differences mainly involve the jurisdictional amount. If you're suing for under $25,000, you'd be in district court. If you're talking about misdemeanors in the criminal area, that would be in district court. Felonies are in circuit, and if the suit is more than $25,000, that would be in circuit court.
Mm-hmm. And Judge, do you want to tell the viewers how important it is for them to be prepared when they come in the courtroom in terms of knowing their court dates, any type of courtroom etiquette you could say to the constituents that they need to have going into the district court and coming into the circuit court?
Yes, I think that when you go to court, you probably should treat it a lot like when you go to church. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to look your best and present the best appearance that you can with the judge, because that'll be the first time that the court will see you, and you certainly want them to have a positive image of you. So I think you should comport yourself in a respectful way, just as you would if you were in a church setting. Getting to court on time is very important. Judges are always concerned about that. And then when you get to court, just showing the proper respect to the judge when you're there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you were telling us the difference in the state courts and the federal courts. Just to recap for the viewers that are just tuning in, federal judges are appointed by the President of the United States.
That's correct.
And they're lifetime appointments.
Yes.
State judges are...
They run for office. When you get above the circuit court level, where you're talking about the appellate and the Supreme Court, they run partisan. They run according to a political party, whether there's Democrat, Republican, or what have you. At below the appellate court, the judges in the circuit and district court, they are nonpartisan, meaning they're not affiliated with any particular party, and they're not allowed to be by law.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you that don't really know Judge Hayman the way the North End community knows him, and in particular myself, Judge Hayman grew up in the North End of Flint. He is still very connected with the North End of Flint. Anytime we lose some of our neighbors that we grew up with, you will always see Judge Hayman at a lot of these funerals. And I think it just basically tells you something about the man, first of all, and about the judge, and the fact that he's the chief judge of 2 courts, 7th Circuit Court and 68th District Court, right here in the city of Flint, your city. Judge Hayman, in 2006, you ran unopposed. How do you feel not having a competitor in that race, and is it an honor for an elected official to run unopposed?
Well, I think it's a blessing to run unopposed, of course, and it is an honor, certainly. But I think that, and I hope that it speaks to the type of job that I'm doing down there. You know, I believe in serving the public. I respect people that come in front of me, no matter who they are or where they come